Chickens, a familiar sound in the mountains. These particular chickens belong to Mark Hamilton and Anna Hess. We've come to their small farm in the Sinking Creek section of Scott County, Virginia.
And what's your goal with the chickens? Are you eating them, selling them, eggs? Just enjoying them?
These guys are just for eggs, although they're also to fertilize the garden, which isn't something to sneer at because it's hard to get enough compost for our garden. We didn't show you yet, but we've got some little chicks that we're starting this year for broilers. So we're going to be doing meat this year too.
People like Anna and Mark with small chicken operations often have a problem getting water for the birds. If you put out a lot of water, they'll get it really dirty. But if you only put out a little water at a time, you have to be there all the time to keep refilling. Mark solved that problem with what he calls the Avian Aqua, a sort of nipple that attaches to a plastic container and allows chickens to peck out water only as they drink it, a drop at a time.
How long would it take them to drink through a whole jug?
You can put one of these jugs with 5 hens for a day. We like to give them a lot of backup because I'm really lazy, and if I can put the water in and forget about it for 4 days, that makes me really happy. So this probably would last 4 days in hot weather, maybe a whole week in cooler weather. Before Mark invented these, we didn't really feel like we could leave without getting someone to come and check on our chickens, but we've been gone for like 4 days maybe without anybody coming in at all, and they've been fine. We just give them each 2 waters, and they're great.
And it keeps the water so much cleaner.
It really does. That's why most people buy it. Mm-hmm. I thought people would buy it because it saves water and it makes it easier to go away for weekends, but people really like not having to deal with chicken poop all over their water.
Actually, we didn't come to Mark Hamilton and Anna Hess's place to see the chickens. We came to talk about the internet, because they found that they can sell the Avian Aquamizer online. So how did this chicken waterer go from a problem-solving exercise to an internet?
Well, the internet started before that. When we first moved here, we were making room for a garden, and we had all these daffodils. There's hundreds
Thousands.
of them. Yeah. And Anna just up and put 50 of them on eBay, and they sold like that. There was actually a small bidding war for them, and we said, hey, why don't we be daffodil farmers, because we were trying to find ways to supplement our income, and we weren't ready to go to the farmer's market yet. So we did that, and it was surprising how people wanted daffodils just for that little brief time. But the daffodil kind of surge died down, and we tried a few different things with the internet. We had a little plant business going where we dig up Christmas ferns or cattails and send to people in Los Angeles, and that was just probably barely above minimum wage when you did the math on it. So we kept trying different things, and then the chicken water problem came about, and that's when we put those two together and said, hey, maybe we could use that as a springboard for something.
And what we realized is that the reason that the daffodils and the native plants worked but didn't sell a lot is because they weren't niche products. They were hundreds of people out there selling daffodils, and we either had to drop our prices down to below the lowest person or make ourselves special in some way, which is a little harder with daffodils. I mean, they're all pretty, they're all yellow. So with Mark's chicken water, since he came up with something that no one else was selling, it was a niche product, and we were able to charge enough that we could make a living wage at it. And that's really, we think, one of the keys to the success of selling on the internet. You have to find something that no one else is doing.
What started as a sideline has become a mainstay for Anna Hess and Mark Hamilton. Internet marketing enables them to live where and how they want.
The chicken waters at the moment are the bulk of our income. I also do web design on the side. We actually started out thinking that we might do a CSA, a community supported agriculture program, as one of the ways of bringing in money. But we realized that if you're doing organic gardening, that we were again getting maybe minimum wage for our work. And that's what most traditional farmers do. They put in really long hours because they love the land and they love doing it. But we figured out that by using the internet, we can bring products to an audience further away, say in California, where people have a lot more money and are able to pay more for a product. And that way we can do the farming just for ourselves.
Mark and Anna's internet success depends on having broadband access. In another report, we'll explore how broadband came to their farm and how it might or might not come to everyone. You can see the chicken waterer at avianaquamizer.com. For WMMT, I'm Rich Kirby.
That's what I love about the internet is you can do all that from a tiny little trailer in the woods.